Welcome to Shine Movement Space. Today we're using a chair and reformer at home resistance bands to target the upper body. Our core will be working as well to support us and keep us stable. I hope this class leaves you feeling aligned and open. Find yourself a chair and a place to anchor your bands, and let's get moving and shine together. Hello, thanks so much for joining me. We are using a chair today and then our reformer at home resistance bands. A few tips about the chair before we get started. You'll want to make sure that it's on a non-slip surface. So if you need to grab a mat or something to put it on, if you have a slippery floor, go ahead and do that. We don't want to slide away. Next tip is try to find a chair without armrests. I think that they may get in the way for this video. So if you have a chair like this without armrests, and then as flat as possible on the seat of the chair. Now I know that some have a little slant and slope to it, as does mine, but just try to find a chair that doesn't restrict your movement too much. Okay, I'm excited for this series. This is not only nice for people who have trouble getting on and off the floor, but also simulates a reformer box. So having that elevation lets us do a little bit more with our range of motion in general. So this workout is for anyone, everyone. I hope you enjoy. Okay, we're going to start planting our feet nice and firmly on the floor. You want to make sure that you're kind of on the edge of that chair so that you're not slumped backwards off of your sitting bones. You're sitting right on top of your sitting bones here. You can feel the floor. We're just going to inhale. And on the exhale, I'm going to rotate my shoulders and wrap my arms around the back of that chair, thinking long through my spine, kind of warming up the spine a little bit. Inhale here. And then exhale back to center. Let's do the other side. Inhale. And exhale, we twist and rotate, finding a nice tall spine, energy through the crown of your head. And then come back to center. Let's move through that a few more times, twisting and rotating. And back to center. And last time, rotating, looking over your shoulder, trying to plant your feet on the floor. Just moving that upper body. Inhale here, back in center. Exhale, roll your shoulders a few times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. We're going to tip our chin towards our chest. We're going to round through our spine, rolling down, and then we'll grab our ends of our bands and make our way back up, pressing through our feet, stacking our spine tall. We have a few more roll downs like that. I want you to take your hands into those handles here, press a little bit forward, feel just a slight bit of tension. Your abdominals might feel it as well. Exhale, nod chin to chest, roll down, pressing forward into your hands, feeling a nice lower back stretch. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, stack your spine back tall, press into your heels, and roll on up. One more here. Inhale at the top. Exhale, nod chin to chest, curling the spine backwards, rounding down one vertebrae at a time, pressing into those bands to deepen that stretch, and then exhale, stack it back up. Very nice. Inhale at the top. Roll those shoulders once more. All right, let's start moving here. I want you to bend your elbows to your side. Now, depending on your chair, your band might wrap around the sides and hit the sides of those chairs for this next move, but we'll just work with it. Go with the flow. Inhale here. Draw your abdominals towards your spine on the exhale. Keep those shoulders over the hips. Inhale. And then exhale, send those arms forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. So my palms are facing the ceiling. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to try to keep my shoulders down, of course. Let me move my hair so you can see them a little bit better. So shoulders stay out of the ears. Exhale as the arms go forward, the abdominals brace my spine. Let's do one more. Exhale. And inhale, adding on here. Exhale, send the band forward, open it, keep those palms towards the ceiling, making sure you don't arch your spine, close it in the middle, and then bend the elbows. So we exhale, send the bands forward. We open side, but not too far that we arch and open our rib cage. Close it and bend. Exhale, nice tall spine. Inhale to open. Exhale, close. Inhale, bend. Few more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do one more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And bend it in. Very nice. Roll your shoulders. If you feel too much tension on your band, you can always scoot your chair back. If you need more, scoot your chair forward. You know how it works here with these bands. Good. Palms face forward. We're going to inhale, bring those arms up to the side, and exhale, bringing them down. Okay, I'm thinking of snow angel vibes here. Inhale, bringing the arms up. Exhale. I'm going to try not to shift in my upper body and also try not to open my rib cage in the front. So abdominals are engaged, shoulders stay down as the arms go up. A few more like this. Exhale to bring them up. Inhale as they come down with control. Exhale. And inhale. Two more. Exhale. And inhale. And one more. Exhale. Kind of framing your head, kind of feeling with your arms. Good. We're going to bring them up towards the sides. You're going to exhale, close those arms in front of you and open them wide. Exhale. And inhale. And inhale. And open. We have two more. Long neck, shoulders down. Last one. And open. Lower your arms with control. Roll your shoulders. Take a breath. Very nice. One more exercise facing this direction. We're going to rotate now our palms to face the back. So palms are facing the back of my hand is facing in front of me. I'm going to raise my arms once more, but instead of thinking side, I want you to think kind of on the diagonal like a V. So we're going to exhale, raise those arms all the way up, and inhale to lower. Exhale, arms raise, and inhale, lower. So exercises like this are nice, a little bit elevated, because oftentimes our hands will drag on the floor and now we're lifted. So that makes the chair nice and useful. Trying not to sink in our spine, lifting nice and tall. Let's do two more of those. Exhale. And inhale, nice control here. Exhale. And inhale, very nice. On the next one, we're going to leave our arms up. Exhale. You're going to think nice flat back. You just hinge forward. And then lift your chest back to the middle with control. Exhale, we hinge forward with our upper body. And bring it up. Notice that my arms are still slightly in front of my body. My shoulders are drawn down. My arms are trying to stay lengthened. And up with control. Don't let it slingshot you back. On the next one, let's stay forward here. You're going to bend your elbows. Think about your fingers tapping towards your eyebrows and extend forward, or maybe just above your eyebrows, towards your forehead. Inhale to bend. Exhale to stretch. Inhale, we're stretching on that diagonal. Inhale. And exhale, reaching long. Few more. Inhale. And exhale. You have 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. Reach the arms long. Float back up to the middle with control. Lower the arms and roll your shoulders. Very nice. We are going to turn ourselves around to face the anchor of your reformer system. So take a moment, flip your chair around, and I'll meet you there. Okay, on the other side here, I'm going to put my hands into the loops of the bands here again, plant my feet, making sure I feel a little bit of tension when my hands are just in front of my hips here. We're going to inhale nice and tall. Exhale, draw abdominals towards the spine. Long neck, stacked right on top of those sitting bones. Inhale here. Exhale, press the palms back. Inhale forward. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. So I have my shoulders drawn down and back. My chest is open, as in I'm not curled forward, but not open as in an arched spine here, if that makes sense. Exhale, press back, and inhale forward. Very nice. If you feel too much strain in your neck when you press the bands back, try to think of the effort coming, first of all, from the arms. And then if you need to, you can scoot a little more forward if it's too much pressure and the bands are too tight. Exhale. And inhale, a few more here. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Very nice. You're going to keep a little bit of tension on those bands. We're going to lift up and over, hinging forward. Lift those arms just slightly more behind you and lower. Exhale, lift and lower. Feeling those triceps fire on. Exhale and inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Reaching into those bands. You have 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Very nice. Bring your upper body up, roll your shoulders. Shake your head no to release any tension. Very nice. We're going to inhale here. On the exhale, you're going to curl behind your sitting bones, pulling those lower abdominals towards the spine. I have to come up onto my tiptoes on the floor. We exhale, curl those biceps in. Inhale, extend. Exhale. So I'm leaning backwards. You can maybe use the back of that chair for a little support. Otherwise, try to support yourself with your abdominals. So the chair is there in case you need it. Balancing yourself, of course. So if that chair feels unsteady, find a place that feels secure. You may need to shift your bottom forward or back on that chair. Exhale. And inhale, a few more. Exhale. And inhale. If you need a little bit more, you can close those arms and then lift those elbows up slightly lower and extend. Exhale, close and lift and lower and extend. Just making sure that as you lift those elbows, the shoulders still stay down. So it's not coming from the shoulder. Very nice. Let's do 2 more. And lift and lower Extend, and one more. Abdominals pulling towards the spine. Whew. Very nice. Scoop abdominals in and up. Take a breath, roll your shoulders. All right, let's reach our hands up just a little bit further on those bands. So I'm going to reach up on those straps, and then once more, stack my spine tall on top of my sitting bones. I'm going to try to keep them about shoulder level, maybe just a little bit lower. We exhale, we pull those elbows back. Inhale forward, exhale, and inhale. Notice that I'm not shifting through the upper body, where I'm really trying to minimize the shift. So we're not arching the spine to pull the elbows, but rather shoulders stay down. And spine stays nice and stacked here. Good. Abdominals wrap toward your spine. You feel nice and supported through your torso. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. You have 3 more. Nice control. 2 more. And last one. Very nice. Arms can either stay where they are, or you can come up a little bit higher on those ropes. Roll the shoulders back, abdominals draw in, we exhale. Looking over one elbow, rotate the upper body, and then come back center, other side, exhale. And inhale. So it's like your shoulders and upper body do the rotation, and your arms support. So I don't want you to think it's just an arm pull. We rotate so that we fire on those oblique muscles just a little bit more, the side abdominal muscles. Shoulder stays down. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And then we try to keep those feet planted, those hips facing forward. So it's really coming from that upper body. Good. Let's do 2 more each side. Exhale. And 1 more. Good. Close those bands in the center. You're going to inhale here. Exhale, tuck your chin toward your chest, round down your spine, walk those hands up the bands and take a stretch here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. Slowly walk yourself back up. We can lose those bands on the way. Roll your shoulders. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, rotate once more. Spine twist. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale to rotate. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come back to the center. Reach your arms behind you. Now scoot forward. You can arch the spine, open that chest just a little bit, feeling almost like the lady on the bow of a ship. Inhaling. And exhaling, very nice. Curl back under, stack your spine. And then let's end class as usual. I'm just going to kind of rotate to face you. We take 1 deep breath in, inhaling, scooping up all the energy in the room. Exhaling, bringing it to your heart. Inhale here. Thanking yourself for doing something good for your body, feeling your heart beating, feeling alive today. Inhale. And exhale. Let your eyes float open, arms float forward, shoulders roll. up, down, and back. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this routine with the chair and the bands. If you did, I would of course appreciate a like, a subscribe, or an encouraging comment. That really helps to show me that I make a difference to anyone out there. Also, be sure to save the video if you liked it, and then check the description later. I'm going to post some complimentary classes as they come out. Maybe we'll do some more with the chair, experiment a little more as if we were on a reformer box, or potentially use it like a little ballet bar. We'll see what I come up with. Above all, I hope that you feel good in your body. I hope that you feel nice and tall and lengthened and open. And of course, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Continue to shine. Bye. Sincere thanks to you, my friend, for being an important part of the beginning of this channel. Every view, thumbs up, subscribe, and encouraging comment increases connection and really does help this space to grow. Please consider following if you haven't already. I appreciate your support, and I hope you'll join me again.